I've never made a video essay before, so I thought it'd be cool to just make a video essay on the movie Pulp Fiction, and I just basically wanted to go over the introductions of the characters played by John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. I'll just be looking at their first couple of scenes and just describing of why I like them. I find the introduction of these characters to be one of my favorites just because of the camera work and then also just the dialogue between the characters. Knowing that the camera work and the dialogue are my favorite aspects of the introduction, I want to dive in deeper, so let's just talk about the camera work itself. I like the view of the camera being like its own character and having its own, its own purpose in the film. So just making sure that it's moving in some kind of way or adding to the story is always a good thing. And in this film especially with this introduction, they made sure the camera is constantly doing something. For example, you got the various camera angles in the vehicle, from the zoomed out shot showing both of them to the close-up shots. Then after that you got the trunk shot where it looks like you're in the trunk looking up at them. And then after that you have a nice long shot where it kind of follows them and trails along as they're leading up into the building. Once they're entering the building, you get this cool security camera angle shot where it's almost like you're a security camera and just looking at them from afar. And then once they get in the elevator, you got this simple elevator shot where it's just people standing in the elevator as the elevator is rising. And after they get off the elevator, this is the masterpiece shot. I always love these shots just because the camera's doing the simple thing. It's just following the characters as they're discussing. It's pacing with them, stopping when they stop, going when they go, and then just tracking them, having various angles while also not cutting. I always love these shots just because if something goes wrong, then they have to start all over. And it could be on anybody's fault. It could be somebody messing up a line. It could be the cameraman walking too fast or forgetting to stop. It could be anything. These shots are extremely difficult. I give huge respect to any film that can pull this scene off, because it's a lot of stress on the camera crew and also just the actors. So yeah, as you can see, there's just so many different angles just from this beginning scene alone. I just love how it flows from the vehicle up to the room that they're heading to. Because they could have just done some simple thing where they were just talking in the vehicle, they grabbed their guns, they closed the door, and then they could have just popped up in front of the door. Like, they could have done something super lame like that. But they actually made it interesting by adding dialogue while also making the camera move and the environment move as they're going to their destination. Alright, now that we talked about camera angles and why I especially love the camera angles for the start of this movie, I want to jump into the other reason why I like the introduction of these characters, and that's just the dialogue between them. I love the dialogue between the characters because it's simple and it's entertaining, but it's also very informative.
Example.
It's informative because you learn more about these characters just through their interactions with one another. And then on top of that, some of their discussions relate to characters that will be shown later on in the film. It's great that this has a mixture of entertainment and informative value, because for my first time watching this film, it was nice that, there was just something I could chuckle along to, whether it's just them talking about different food titles in Europe, or just their general reactions to somebody being thrown over a balcony that's 4 stories high. But when you watch this film again, you actually know the characters' names, like when they're actually referencing Mia and Marcellus Wallace, you understand the weight behind those names and why it's important that John Travolta is just kind of cringing at the thought of watching over Mia that night, because if he does something wrong, or if he does, takes one step in the wrong direction, he could end up just like Antoine.
Since then, he kind of developed a speech impediment.
That's a damn shame.
I especially like their dialogue when they're talking about whether it was right for Marcellus to throw that man over a 4-story balcony. I really enjoyed this conversation between the two because it lets you know their characters a bit more. For example, Jules is more of a man that will stick to his ideas once they're formulated.
Now look, maybe your method of massage differs from mine, but touching his wife's feet and sticking your tongue in the holiest of holies ain't the same fucking ballpark. It ain't the same league. It ain't even the same fucking sport. Look, foot massages don't mean shit.
Whereas Vincent, on the other hand, he likes to question things and, bring up valid points that might change other people's minds.
Have you ever given a foot massage?
Don't be telling me about foot massages. I'm the foot fucking master.
You giving a lot of them?
Shit, yeah. Got my technique down and everything. I don't be tickling or nothing.
Would you give a guy a foot massage?
Fuck you.
Thus, that brings up a valid point of, whether a guy would give another guy a foot massage, and, the hidden meanings behind a foot massage. These are indeed valid points, but Jules still sticks to his ideas just because, being thrown over for a foot massage is still pretty crazy.
I ain't saying it's right, but you saying a foot massage don't mean nothing. I'm saying it does. And look, I given a million ladies a million foot massages, and they all meant something. We act like they don't, but they do. I mean, that's what's so fucking cool about them. There's a sensuous thing going on where you don't talk about it, but you know it, she knows it. Fucking Marcellus knew it. And Antoine should have fucking known better. I mean, that's his fucking wife, man. They think they have no sense of humor about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's an interesting point.
And I mention this because it's cool that the movie will constantly reference this kind of formula of Jules being the one that kind of sticks to his own ideas, and then Vincent questioning things and having to throw his own 2 cents into things. For example, later in the film, they were almost blasted to bits by that guy that was hiding in the bathroom. Jules believes that it was an act of God, and the later scenes he'll constantly refer that it was an act of God.
We should be fucking dead, man.
An example for Vincent questioning things and also throwing his 2 cents into things would be when Wolf comes into the scene and he wants Wolf to say please for them to do the work that he ordered them to do.
Boys, get to work.
Please would be nice.
Come again?
I said a please would be nice.
Get it straight, Buster. I'm not here to say please. I'm here to tell you what to do. And if self-preservation is an instinct you possess, you better fucking do it and do it quick. I'm here to help. If my help's not appreciated, lots of luck, gentlemen.
No, Mr. Wolf. It ain't like that. Your help is definitely appreciated.
Mr. Wolf, listen, I don't mean disrespect, okay? I respect you. I just don't like people barking orders at me, that's all.
If I'm curt with you, it's because time is a factor. I think fast, I talk fast, and I need you guys to act fast if you want to get out of this. So, pretty please, with sugar on top, clean the fucking car.
Don't be looking at me like that, all right? I can feel your look.
Another example of Jules believing in his own ideas is his thoughts on what a filthy animal is. This example also ties in with Vincent and how he likes to question things.
Want some bacon?
No, man, I don't eat pork.
Are you Jewish?
No, I ain't Jewish. I just don't dig on swine, that's all.
Why not?
Pigs are filthy animals. I don't eat filthy animals.
Yeah, but bacon tastes good. Pork chops taste good.
Hey, sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'd never know because I wouldn't eat the filthy motherfuckers. Pigs sleep and root in shit. That's a filthy animal. I ain't eating nothing that ain't got sense enough to disregard its own feces.
How about a dog? Dog eats his own feces.
I don't eat dog either.
Yeah, but do you consider a dog to be a filthy animal?
I wouldn't go so far as to call a dog filthy, but they're definitely dirty. But dogs got personality. Personality goes a long way.
So by that rationale, if a pig had a better personality, he would cease to be a filthy animal. Is that true?
Well, we have to be talking about one charming motherfucking pig. I mean, he had to be 10 times more charming than that Arnold on Green Acres, you know what I'm saying?
Some other examples I got for Vincent is when he's picking out his heroin from that one drug dealer, and then also when he was questioning what he wanted to say to Mia so then he could leave.
So, you're gonna go out there, you're gonna say goodnight, I've had a very lovely evening, walk out the door, get in the car, go home, jerk off, and that's all you're gonna do.
The final example I got for Jules is when he lets those robbers go from the restaurant just because he believes he's changed and he's leaving the game.
But I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd.
And that's why I love the dialogue and also the camera work that's just done in the introduction of this movie, because it just ties so well with what happens later on into the movie. Like, you kind of get an idea of how the camera's going to work, and then also you get an idea of how these characters are going to interact with each other and the world around them. So it's just, overall, I really enjoyed this movie, and I just thought it'd be perfect to actually talk about it. Well, anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.